It's big enough to give you everything you want. It is big enough to take away everything you want. Welcome to the Spearhead Transmission.
With your hosts, Nick Brand and Michael Ray.
This is Spearhead Transmission.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Spearhead Transmission. It's January 10th, 2018. It's time to break those chains, water that tree. If you're on YouTube, make sure and subscribe and give us a thumbs up down below. If you're live watching on YouTube, I've had people ask me, like, why are your YouTube views so low? Like, I have no idea. No idea why that's the case. Like, it truly blows my mind that we can get so many downloads on an audio-only podcast, but the video gets, like, nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand there's, like, nothing to watch but two guys just sitting here talking.
Uh-huh.
But
I think that's probably par for the course, though, because a lot of the listeners, a lot of the people that listen to the podcast,
they just listen to it.
They've listened to it for so long that way, and then when we started doing this, the video looks like shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you disappear half the time, you ghost out. You know, it's just
You're ghosting us, motherfucker.
You know what I mean?
Position
So
one more time.
I get it. I get it.
Bleed you.
It'll eventually happen. We just gotta
Leave here.
Got that. But what will happen is we'll get better equipment and we'll set it up. We'll set this room up like a studio. We'll have our coffee drinks and we'll sit at a little bar. And it'll look like Good Morning America in here.
That's what we need. There's a bunch of shit in the background, like a live feed from some street somewhere. People are walking by back and
Red
forth.
light district in Bangkok.
Yeah, like looking through the windows. That'd be great. Be
Just
awesome.
fake, completely fake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anybody looking through that window.
Like Tonight Show with it's got the city scene behind them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We should make just like that.
I could do that.
In this little stage we sit on, act all serious, take ourselves like super serious.
Yeah.
Like I still understand. Yeah, I still understand how people do that. You know, like that. There's a show on Netflix. I guess it was about sports, but it's got this guy in there interviewing him. He's sitting in a chair, and his face is all like, that's the real. You know, like
yeah.
That's like, and I'm sure. I mean, I'm just guessing here, but like, can you walk away from that? You go to dinner with your friend or your wife or whatever. Can you stop acting like that?
Like that guy?
Yeah. Just be normal? I don't think so. I think you incorporate that persona at some point, right?
Yeah, I think that's the case.
Because we've tried to have personas on this podcast, and you can't do it. It just
ends
ends
fake
up,
it?
Yeah, it just ends up being the same us.
Like, could we do an NPR? We did NPR.
We tried it, right? Mm-hmm. We tried to do radio talk show guys. We've tried to do NPR voices. I mean, it's like 3 words, and it's like, but I can't do it.
You know what I mean? If you really wanted to do it, right? If you really wanted to be like become a character, is that going to get us banned?
I don't see any nipples or butthole, so
we're good, right?
I think that's the rules.
This episode's called "Bringing Booty Back."
Bringing booty
for the
back.
Russian,
okay,
or bring back that booty. It's for the Russian. That picture's dedicated.
I didn't get caught up on those texts. My phone.
Yeah, I don't know where we were.
We're saying that, like, if we
characters.
If we really were to try it, I don't want to do it though.
No.
Like, hey, welcome to Spearhead Transmission. You know, tonight we're gonna talk about, a fucking guy that was trying to have sex with a horse. Yeah. And then, see, I'm already lost it. Like, I can't. That's too much time. I don't know.
It's not real.
Yeah, it's not real.
It's
pointless, too.
And also think about where we started. It smells like cat shit in here. That's my farts.
Oh, dude! If anyone plays the excerpt from like the first podcast, it's embarrassing because it's just it's ridiculous. It's bad. I was nervous as shit. Had to drink to talk on it.
Uh-huh.
Crazy.
Now you drink coffee.
I drink coffee and think about going home. That's all I think about. Like, I can't wait to get home. Go to sleep. But I don't ever go to sleep. I go home and eat.
In this on the video, there's something crazy with the contrast. You look like you have the old Phil Anselmo beard, the neck beard.
Neck beard.
You look Amish.
I can't see anything on it. Mine says.
And you got the skint. You get the skint. You don't have the powdered toast hair, the powdered toast man hair.
No, my hair goes to powdered toast to like greaser to Boys Don't Cry or whatever is it? No, Cry Baby with Johnny Depp. To that kid. Have you seen?
You got cool hair.
Not another
Lucky.
teen movie.
No.
Oh, there's this part where they're in the makes my wife crack up every time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a part where they're in the library and they're reenacting the scene from Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
And it's got that one dude that's like, "You want another? Sure. That's one more.
Oh.
Another? Yeah, not even close, bud," or whatever.
Yeah.
And this kid turns around and he goes, and he has his hair like this, so every time my hair falls down.
Oh, you're supposed to be like Anthony Michael Hall hair.
No, it's not. It's
Is it Judd Nelson?
No, it's like new guys. I got so much oil in my hair right now that it's like transferring to my hands.
Yeah, I saw you bring that oil in.
Wax.
Was that for your car? Or was that for your hair?
Yeah, that was for my truck.
Okay. I don't know if you're like little for the car, little for the truck,
little for me. We got an oil leak in the front of that thing that I've been saying I was going to fix for a year now.
Are you parked in my driveway?
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's a great thing too.
Huh?
Yeah, it's leaking oil in your driveway, but not that much. But so mine, I was just like, I had a stain in it from that other lane because I was driving. And this is motor oil. It's clean motor oil too. It's not like burnt, or anything.
Yeah.
Well, the other day I went to O'Reilly's. I'm like, dude, I need some. I gotta like start over on the driveway. Like, I need some driveway cleaner, like that microbial stuff or whatever. And he goes, man, take some of that absorbent cat litter stuff. I was like, make a dam. He's like, do you have a slight incline? I was like, I got a steep incline on my driveway. He's like, make a little dam behind that oil, right? And he's like, take straight gasoline. He's like, pour it all over that oil, and he's like, scrub it. He's like, pick up the cat litter and then do it once more. And he's like, then take that purple power or whatever it is. That's what I was going to buy anyway. Just use that. He's like, and finish it off with that and then hose it off. I did that. Fucking oil spot that's been there for a year, getting constantly added. It's gone. It was completely gone. Right? Yeah. I mean, I'm putting it back again already, but.
Well, just starting over. Refreshing it.
But I drip out probably a quart a month.
Really? Well, but you know what it is now.
Yeah. I mean, I just figured it's keeping it fresh,
Yeah,
Like,
you don't ever have to change it.
Yeah,
just change the filter.
Yeah, those commercials from back in the day, like oil breaks down by viscosity breakdown or whatever.
Not mine.
Not mine. It's brand new all the time. I'm putting
keep it high blood,
high mileage, 10W30 something in there. It looks like honey when you change it, But oh.
You're starting to ghost.
What's y'all are clueless about the comments, or y'all must not be getting them? What I only got a bunch of smiley faces.
Great thumbnail. Ha ha ha. Zipper mouth. And laughy faces.
I don't know.
Who's Mr. Big C8?
I don't know. So anyway.
All right.
So it's supposed to snow tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, it's supposed to snow. It's supposed to start out warm and get cold as shit, right?
By what time?
And like noon, I think. It's supposed to start snowing at noon. Not that much. But it's Oklahoma, so everyone's fucking gonna be going ape shit. But what's funny to me is I got home from work today, said hi to my kids, hi to my wife, I'm like, I'm gonna go change clothes. I went in the closet and this is kind of sad, but I was like, you know what? It's cold tomorrow. It's a sweater day. Like, I don't have to iron a shirt. Like, fucking
That's what I've been doing.
I was like happy, like, hell yeah, man. I can wear a sweater and don't have to iron a shirt. And I was sitting there and I was like I'm talking to myself, like, yeah, it's fucking pathetic, man. Who gives a shit? You're like, big deal.
No, I'm the same. Have you not noticed? Anytime you see me at the gym when it's cold like this, it's got a sweater on.
Yeah, I like sweaters. Except all mine, they're like
too short
halter tops. Yeah.
Yeah, mine too.
And I don't know. They need to make sweaters. Like, you know how they make. You remember, military like pants were like regular long, regular medium,
Oh yeah,
regular large. Whatever. You make sweaters like that, like large long. Because I would buy, or maybe we should start buying women's sweater vests as a sweater, and then put it through the wash. Not sweater vest, sweater dresses.
Oh, I was about to feel.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then it'd be long enough to where every time you like reached up, it's not stuck on top of your.
I think it'd probably still shrink.
I'd want it to shrink
like,
some. I don't want to wear a dress.
Eventually, it would be like.
What are you doing wearing a dress? Like, I'm tired of my sweaters riding up. So.
Why you got a sweater? Well, I bought the. What size is that? Oh, it's a 14.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Do y'all have Bitcoin wallets? I don't. Do you have a Bitcoin? Are you a secret millionaire?
No.
Okay. I saw where some guy was selling Aladdin's castle tokens for millions of dollars, telling people they were Bitcoins.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it was satire
Genius.
or what. He's selling the fucking video game tokens.
No.
And I made a joke about Bitcoins on that podcast, on that text the other day. When I accidentally set that porn link that was gibberish. And someone's like, is that a Bitcoin? And I thought, like, fuck, it might as well be.
Yeah,
I just add a couple numbers at the end. It's just as, like, that's one of a kind right there. I made that.
I had a class last night, and one of the topics in the class was Bitcoin. And what's funny is that I've been teaching the same class for 6 years now. And I've talked about cryptocurrencies in it from the start, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now, for first class that I've ever had, where they're like, "Fucking, we need to." They know a lot about Bitcoin. All of a sudden, they know a lot about cryptocurrencies. Some were like, still like,
where's the power button of this computer?
how do we get them? Yeah.
Today I was thinking about all this. Do you think all this currency and credit cards and chips and all that stuff is gonna? I mean, how are people gonna rob people in the future?
So I think that's the way of the future, the reasoning. But I think it's. So I thought about this. So governments don't like Bitcoins, right? Well, some governments do. Some governments have realized that they can make money off of it, right? It's still all about a money-making. It's a money-making scam at this point, right? It's not being used for what it truly purpose was, is to subvert the fiat currencies, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get it? But what I do think is going to happen, and I think we talked about this on this podcast before, but I've thought about it a little bit further, is that there will probably be wars fought over these cryptocurrencies, right? I know that sounds weird, but I think that there will be wars fought over this, and then in the end, they'll all settle on one currency, and they'll say, "Look, throughout the world, this is the currency that will be accepted." And will be we'll subscribe a value to it. I know that sounds crazy, but I think that's where it's headed, right? And then they'll say, look, you're never going to get robbed. There's no way you can get robbed. You're never going to be murdered over your money because it can't be transferred without whatever, right? Your DNA or however it will be, it will be set up for the what? What are the two things that are always pushed to you to make you happy? Security and comfort. They're going to say, well, it'll be 100% secure and it'll be easy for you to do whatever. You won't even have to. You'll say, Alexa, order me this, and it's paid for by your whatever your currency is at that time, right? And there's no there will be no threat of hacking. That's a lie, because there'll always be threat of it, but it'll be the most secure, and it'll be worldwide. You'll be able to go anywhere. You won't have to worry about you won't have to worry about like figuring out the difference in the currency from where you go to, from like, got to get pesos, no, got to get Deutschmarks, no, got to get euros, got to get marks. You won't have to worry about it. It'll be all this thing, but it'll take forever. It's going to be a while.
What my biggest thing on Bitcoin is it reminds me of gold.
It's exactly like gold.
But so I've got like a gold, like say I got a fucking 10-pound chunk of gold that I carry around. And it's worth a lot of money. And I go to the store and I want to buy a pack of beef jerky. What do you fucking shave pieces off?
Back in the day, that's what you used to do.
Hey, partner, you like, let me chip some off here. Like, how much? That looks about like $8. So give me.
Yeah, back in the day. Well, I mean, but they would just weigh it, right? They'd weigh it, and then they said,
but how do you chip off pieces of Bitcoin?
Well, they've already broke it down into different, like, called sestashes, different units, smaller units, right? And then you would get change. It's the same thing. I mean, gold, a long time ago, the way that it worked was if you gave me gold, right? Like, well, fuck. Nobody wants to walk around with a 10-pound bar of gold, right? So what they did was they said, hey,
fuck, if I had a 10-pound bar of gold, that'd be amazing.
Well, yeah, it would be. But they would give it to, they'd have you secured, right? Give it to your guy that keeps your gold, right? And then he would give you a note and say, yeah, you can redeem this note at me at, like, and then you'd go give that. You want to buy a cow? Oh, here's 50 gold, 50 notes. It's a gold note, right? Go talk to my banker. He'll give you the gold for it, right? And then what would happen is then you'd go to cash that in, and you'd be like, fuck it, just keep that gold in there, and anytime I need something, I'll just have you write a note. I'll write a note, and then somebody will redeem it there. Fucking guy that kept the gold was like, shit, nobody is withdrawing their gold, and this guy needs a loan. Fuck, I'll just give him a loan of gold. And
pretend I've got it.
Pretend I got it. And fractional reserve banking starts, and then that's whenever you get fucked. Right? And then gold becomes worthless because the guy that's holding the gold writes way more notes than what he has.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't do that with Bitcoin.
Not yet.
Not yet. There will be something, right? Not yet. But, with the promise of it saying that there's a finite amount, once they reach that finite amount, do they hold to that?
How could there be a finite amount?
Well, they said that they're only going to mine 21 million. 21 million, and so
is that based off trust?
Right, based off trust, and so the
human beings cannot be trusted.
I mean, I agree because of choice, right? But yeah, they'll say, oh well. Here's the deal, though, is that if they do have that, right, the finite amount, why would they make any more? The value of it's not going to go up anymore if they make more of them, right?
Who decided on 21 million?
Whenever they came up with it. Like Litecoin is like 86 million, I think. So Litecoin right now is worth $300, right? Bitcoin was that wasn't the first cryptocurrency by any means. There have been cryptocurrencies from fucking back in the 80s. They just shit the bed left and right. We're hacked.
Because they're stuck on Commodores.
Right, yeah. You remember that one?
Mm-hmm. That's one of the better booties on the internet. Mm-hmm. Just realized I'm picking my nose live on the internet.
Live on the internet. Nah, so yeah, I mean, if they stop it, like if they do, what I guess if you have to ask the question this: what benefit is added if they mined more bitcoins than 21 million? There's no more value that's being added to it. It will decrease the value of the actual Bitcoin, right? Because
except maybe the people that are making them.
And not like saying that they're making more of them.
Well, just making so like, hey, I make bitcoins for a living. Like, I'm out of a job, I need to make more. So
it's all about computation power, right? Though.
Fuck, I don't know.
Well, so
it doesn't make sense to me. I still can't wrap my head around the fact that some like mining it
through computation power, right? So you have to think of it like the computers are like bulldozers and fucking like guys with pickaxes. Like the first ones were like miners with pickaxes, right? Like they're fucking working away, like fucking digging.
For what though?
For this algorithm, right? This computation,
Which is like a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
I don't know the math how it works, but right, yes, it's got its own, we'll say DNA, right? So it's its own unique thing, right? There's only one of that Bitcoin, right? The next one that's mined takes twice as long, so it's exponentially harder to mine the next one. But the next one after that,
I mean, I know that our money, to me, I mean, is completely worthless. Other than the fact, I mean, it's just like lobster and diamonds or whatever, right?
Tulips.
Like this is $5, but only because we've agreed that this is $5. But like cryptocurrency to me is like even less real than this in my head. Because it's a fucking math problem in cyberspace that someone's telling you like, oh, that's one of a kind. And how the fuck do I know? Like if it's exponentially growing, like if you let me see that algorithm, like, yeah, that does look one of a kind, man. You know, I mean, you're just gonna take their word for it,
right? Well, think about it like this. Now,
I didn't even know I had cash in my wallet.
Now think about whoever makes Mr. Big C8 is says do more research. Cryptocurrencies are basically the evolution of money. I get it. That's what we're saying. We were saying all of that, right? We are saying that's what it is. What the deal is that it's in its infancy, right? It's still in its infancy. No matter what people want to say, it's still in its infancy. Because it's not fail safe at this point. It will be.
Big money, $11.
But as far as think about it like this: the minute that it stopped being compared to the dollar, that's whenever it's arrived, right? Right now, it's simply just people. Well, right now, I wouldn't purchase any of it, and that's just from a standpoint of being risk adverse, right?
Because you're buying high and selling low.
Right. Yeah, you're going to get fucked, right? It's a bubble right now. And once the government recognizes it, then what happens? Once the government recognizes it, the whole idea behind it is it's subverted. It's meant to compete with the world's largest
But I mean, I still don't get it. I mean, I see where you can buy stuff on Amazon with Bitcoin and everything. So say I got a Bitcoin. You said they're what, $300?
No, that's Litecoin. Bitcoins are $14,000 right now.
A coin.
Right, $14,000.
And you can get change on $14,000 per coin.
Well, it's broke down into units, right? So just like a dollar is broken down. It's broken down into pistachios. Just like a dollar is broken down into nickels, quarters, dimes, right? It's broke into pennies. So they're broke down to sestaches and whatever the different the different variables are, the units that make it up. But I mean, yeah, you're probably not. I mean, you could buy a Coca-Cola on there and be like, hey, I got fucking one Bitcoin. I want to buy a Coca-Cola, and it would get changed. You would exchange peer to peer. The idea behind it was anonymity as well, right? Like, so it doesn't say Nick Brim purchased this with Bitcoin. It has a Bitcoin wallet, and that wallet for basic, it's transferred to my wallet. So you bought that cup of coffee from me. Whatever the unit of measure was that you were willing to pay for that coffee comes to me, and I give you the rest.
Still, you can't track. I mean, I guess you can track cash, but it just seems like. And I mean, maybe we shouldn't talk about it on the podcast, but me trying to figure it out here while we're talking.
It's okay.
But like, and this seems like made up. Like, hey, let's pretend this is worth something. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's what we do with cash.
Right.
That's what we do with lobsters.
That's what we did with gold.
Yeah. But, like, it just doesn't make sense to me that, okay, I made a math problem and it's worth $14,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
and
mean,
like, oh, okay, I
get
need
that.
all this computer power to do it. Like, okay, well, where's that? Is there like a bank of computers somewhere?
I would think that it's now it's probably a lot more streamlined. There are probably companies that mine it. You know that
You're using that term mine, but
well, I don't know how else to
write
I don't know.
code.
No. There's not like it's not like a guy is doing not. It's all about the computation power. That's so all of the workings behind it. Not you and I. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
We're not doing it. It has to do with like banks of computers,
yeah, but
right?
can anyone mine Bitcoin?
I would think so, but you're probably not going to at this point. You're as an individual, you're not likely unless you invest into some like high dollar gear.
Alienware.
And I think it has a lot to do with because it is part of a network. It's all part of a network, right? It's not like it just you have to be tied into this network. But it's not like you just be like, I just made myself a Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
Like, no.
In the beginning, you could because it'd be like 2 + 2 Bitcoin, boom, 14 grand. Try solving that, bitch.
Yeah.
Wait, wait. 2 + 2 squared, boom, Bitcoin number 2.
Yeah, exactly. Right, but as you get once you get to 16 times 16, you're like, fuck.
Oh, you lost me. I'm like
done.
2 cubed or whatever. 2 + 2 cubed. Like, what is that? That 2 + 2 is 4 times 4, 16 times
16.
No, see, I can't make Bitcoins.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah, me too. So no, you still probably be part of the network, right? Like it's very you and I were not computer savvy. Look at the fucking podcast. We recorded on a phone and this computer, and you're ghosting out. That we can't make Bitcoins.
I can't even watch the video on my on my computer. It says your browser does not currently recognize any video formats available.
It's because that computer's set up to mine Bitcoins.
Well, I'm ready. I may just start making fucking money over here. Fake money. I mean, and everyone that's pro Bitcoin's like, that's what our money is right now. Like, I realize that.
No, but I would say Bitcoin.
Like, I just don't see how it's not any different. We're just you're just saying that this is worth something.
But so our currency is shit compared to Bitcoin, right? Like,
but why? Just because?
No, because
we've over pretended that it's worth so much.
Well, no, I think one of the reasons is because at this point Bitcoin hasn't exceeded their cap, right? Their capacity. So the scarcity of those Bitcoins is still, or the idea of that scarcity is still out there, right? So it's rare, right? Our currency is fucking. You turn on a switch. Oh well, you know what? We need to throw a little more money into the monetary system, into our economy because it's a little low. Let's just print fucking $60 billion. Let's print $1 trillion, right? Whatever we need to do to stimulate the economy. Oh, we need to pull some out of it. So what do? We issue bonds, right? So we can buy it all back and then say, oh, in a couple, but it's there. It's just like this. And it's fluctuating, and they can do that because they get away with it because the world trades for energy by using the U.S. petrodollar. With a Bitcoin, at least there is some what's the word that I'm looking for? There's some. They're following the rules, right? The rules at this point. They're saying, look, we've subscribed value to it. It started out nothing, and it wasn't like people were like. Whenever they came out, people weren't like, oh, well, these are worth $17,000. And people were like, what the fuck? No, they were worth like next to pennies, less than pennies. And what had to happen was other people had to subscribe to the value and say, oh, you know what? I like the idea of this. I think this is a great idea.
That's my
And then
point.
they started trading fucking Pokemon cards back and forth, buying Pokemon cards together, doing whatever they were doing. And then eventually somebody said, there is something to this. But
there's not.
I agree, but there isn't. It's only about subscribing value. If we go back and we look at gold, because I think gold is a better. I
mean, gold's really worthless if you think about it.
Right, but people way back in the day, those ancient aliens, the Anunnaki, subscribed value to it,
and they have us mining it.
Yep, and they said, "Look,
see, and that's what's going to happen. Is they're going to come down like,
They're
whoa,
pissed.
whoa,
Yeah,
what the fuck? You're supposed to be mining this entire planet for gold so we can take it off
and
to
eat it,
yeah, to
live
wherever.
forever."
Now you got computer games for money.
I can play on World of Warcraft right now to get money.
We're ending this place.
Yeah.
It's done. Over.
That's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. But I mean,
And Lil's going to come back and he's just going to be like, I gave you guys a second chance after Inky created you guys, so we're done. You fucked up. He said that we'd make good monkeys out of you. You got a little bit too big for your britches.
Start making your own fucking math
You guys
problems.
were scared of Stan. I'm much worse than Stan.
So we got to tell the story about that incident that happened in the gym today, because it still blows my mind. I'm still thinking we're going to end up on a hidden camera show. So Mike and I are at the gym today, and we're working out, and we're doing arms because, I mean, if you don't work out arms.
Well, I wasn't doing arms.
Yeah, I was doing arms. I haven't been working out arms near enough.
I don't. I did them.
Basically stopped for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, so we're over there doing curls, and I was late getting to the gym anyway, so it was one of those days where it just feels like it's a waste of time, but I didn't want to skip. So we're working out. We're looking in the mirror at the same thing.
I'm looking. You're looking in the mirror.
I was looking at this Mexican lady with torpedo boobs.
Right, with the
Humongous
kind of banana tits.
Yeah,
well, they weren't
humongous.
Yeah, they were giant.
Torpedo boobs.
But I was looking in that direction, really. Like, you were looking in the mirror that direction, but I was looking in that direction, really, right? Like
watching your form.
Right. I wasn't looking in the mirror.
So this younger kid walks up and looks right at you, right?
Yes.
Looks right at Mike and says, "What's up?" Like shitty, and he's got his tough guy walk on.
Hey, he was looking at me hard, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And then he said, "Did you say something, or you got something to say?"
Yeah, you got something to say?
Yeah. And both of us are like dumbfounded by it at first, and then both of us immediately get hot about it. And you said,
I said, what?
Yeah.
I got no problem with you.
Yeah.
And then
and then I said, yeah, I fucking said something to you. And so he's looking right at us, and then he goes, "Oh, no, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm on the phone."
Yeah.
And I still think he's telling the truth. Either he's telling the truth, there's two things. He's telling the truth, he was on the phone, or he's not telling the truth, and his transition was
fucking perfect.
Yeah, flawless. He didn't stutter or anything. It was completely perfect. And then he was still on the phone when we all started slapping hands and everything, like patting each other in the back, but because he was talking to somebody. But the way it played out was perfect. Like, the guy walked up to us and was like, "What's up? You got something to say?"
It was like, it really took me aback, because I was like, who is this guy? Like, the fuck?
It's like that scene on Fight Club where the guy walks down the street and he sprays him with the hose. Like, whoa, man, where did that come from? And in my head, it all happened so quick. I was like, that must be that Mexican lady with the torpedo tits. That must be
her boyfriend,
dad, mom, or something. Like,
maybe it might have been.
I don't know. But it was funny. And if we're on a hidden camera show, I'm ready to see it. I just think it's funny we both immediately got pissed off over absolutely nothing.
Instantly angry.
Yeah.
At first I was surprised. Then I was like, motherfucker.
Well, still kind of laughable, the whole situation, like, fucking serious, dude.
But I don't like the fact that I got so mad so quickly.
I don't either. And I think we talked about that on a podcast in the past. And I was saying it happens to me more now.
It's instantly that fight or flight. And I was like, I'm ready to pull the guy's head off of his body.
Throw down in the gym over someone asking me if
for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. No reason whatsoever.
There was no reason, and that's not good.
No.
That's not good.
Anyway, it was funny. And if you're a listener guy and you were talking shit and then decided just not to, like, well played, because that was good.
Yeah.
Like, that's like training. Let's do a commercial and go to the hot zone.
Listen to us on iTunes, Libsyn, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and the podcast source. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, as you can catch us there weekly. Also, like and share our Facebook page. Check out our website at spearheadpodcast.com. You can get all of your Spearhead merchandise there. And like always, if you have hate mail, please send it to xspearheadx@yahoo.com. We always appreciate hearing from you. And thank you for your support, and enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, hot zone. So I got to say, this first article from the Huffington Post. I just now was trying to think of where I would have seen these commercials, but I've seen them somewhere. They must be on YouTube or something.
Taco Bell one?
Yeah. The Illuminati one? I think they are on YouTube.
They're on TV.
I don't have cable, though, and I've seen them. Anyway, all right, so everyone's seen the Taco Bell commercial, and, you know, it's got the Illuminati stuff. Because I thought it was for a movie.
They make light of it, right?
Yeah.
They're like,
I thought it was for like a movie that was coming out. Well, so this article in the Huffington Post says country music legend Charlie Daniels loses his damn mind over a Taco Bell commercial. So I was expecting like a serious reaction, right? And I also was like, oh yeah, so that Taco Bell commercial is having an effect on people, right? So this is the Huffington Post
loses his damn
version
mind
of someone losing their damn mind. Charlie Daniels. Hey, Taco Bell, the Illuminati is not a frivolous subject. That's
loses his damn mind.
I can't imagine what, you know, like.
How do you search in a Twitter?
I don't know.
Oh, search. I'm not even gonna try.
No, but that's it, man. But I do think it's funny because that Taco Bell commercial is all like, you know, creepy and stuff.
Yeah.
And weird. And it's about, you know, like snacks and disgusting food.
There's a lot of
you think the Illuminati eats Taco Bell?
I mean, if they're constipated.
Does
like,
everyone just shit their pants when they eat Taco Bell? I mean, that's
Taco Bell and Subway do that. Like, that's instant like
Subway
instant like destruction.
I think
of my
Subway.
bowels.
I think Subway is Soylent Green. Like
you're not supposed to eat it.
Yeah, I've said this before in the past. Like, you can go home and eat a sandwich, just a square fucking bread sandwich and be full, right? Or at least partially
Square bread
full.
sandwich.
Yeah, square bread.
The old square breads.
I can go to Subway. I in one sitting in the past, I've eaten 2 meatball subs.
Yeah,
I could easily eat 2.5 feet of sandwich from Subway. You know what I mean?
I can fucking take 2.5 feet of sandwich.
I guarantee it. And it's like, why is that? Because I don't think, I mean, they already said that the fucking bread's made out of yoga
gym
mats. Yeah.
That's, you know what? Simpsons predicted that back in that episode where
This fucking room smells like a preschool.
man, it's a broccoli I've been eating. The Simpsons predicted that. Do you remember whenever the school lost its budget and they were milking rats in the basement?
No.
Or they had malk with vitamin R and they were grinding up gym mats.
Simpsons is funny.
I mean, I don't know
the
if they
old ones.
predicted
I haven't
that,
seen it lately.
but yeah, it's got that. It's basically petroleum, right? Petroleum products.
Is Subway still owned by that
They don't do it anymore.
pedophile or whatever? Jared,
He
the
didn't
fat
own
fuck?
it, I don't think.
Oh, he was just a spokesperson, not male or female.
Oh, you know what? I think Mr. Big C8 fixed our problem. Why you keep disappearing? says graphics cards. Fuck, I'm not gonna. This computer doesn't have. This is the work. Or whoops. Computer doesn't. Yes.
The computer works.
Yeah, it works.
We're talking about Subway. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
So, but like every time I go to Subway, like it's one of those things you can guarantee. It's not like Taco Bell, but there's an unending.
For me, it's
There's like
the
an
worst.
unending
It's
joke
worse.
on the internet about Taco Bell that's making you shit your brains out.
Subway's worse.
Taco Bell used to be good. You remember like
Yes,
that GIF
back
that
in
keeps coming
Yeah,
out?
that's in the text. That was when it was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was whenever it was not that. It was not purple, and it was when it was yellow
brown
and red.
Yeah. Same
Yellow
with Taco
and red.
Bueno though. Taco Bueno's the same way.
And Taco Bueno is a ripoff, dude. It's the biggest fucking ripoff that there is as far as these. How often? So, all right, this is the. Anytime I have to eat fast food, I take your words of wisdom, right?
The bean burritos are low fat.
The bean burritos are that's the healthiest food out there. And you know what?
I read that in a fucking magazine, like a women's health magazine in like 1999.
Okay, well, that information,
fucking
you've
shit.
spread that everywhere because I told Bruce today what I ate, and he was like, oh, yeah, there's the healthiest thing you can get out there for the
Bean
burritos. And I was like, yeah, but I was sorely disappointed.
I think there's like 80 grams of fat per burrito and like
Probably.
300 times the amount of sodium you need per day in one.
But it might as well be eating a pencil. Fucking burritos from Taco Bueno. You pay $2 nearly for. I paid
Squirting
like
beans out in a cocking gun.
and done. And they roll it up, and it's this. It might be this long.
It's that
but
thin?
It's that thin. And you can't just eat two.
No, you got to eat 4 or 5.
Yeah. And so I
always feel like such a disgusting asshole when I eat Taco Bueno because I'm like, go to order it. I'm like, what can I get you today? Can I get 5 bean burritos and a
two
taco?
tacos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is this for you want a family carrier?
No,
No.
it's just me.
That's me. That's all me. I can eat 2.5 feet of sandwich from Subway too, you asshole.
Yeah.
Don't question me. You know what's funny is when my brother comes to town, he always goes to Taco Bueno because they don't have it up in the Northeast, I guess. He gets like legitimately angry when it's like fucking beans are greasy, beans are white. You remember when Taco Bueno used to be privately owned? He's like, it was good. He's like, this is like disgusting.
It's not privately owned now. It's all.
I think it's a chain.
So each one you could go and purchase one if you wanted.
I think so. And
yeah, they are shit anymore.
But yeah, man, when I was a kid, we'd come up to Tulsa from Bartlesville, and like Taco Bueno was like a treat, you know.
You know who don't fuck around? Is Taco Mayo. You order a burrito from Taco Mayo,
but it tastes like Taco
be the
Mayo
same.
burrito.
But
The best thing from
I'm telling
Taco
you,
Mayo. Dude, we always end up talking about fast food Mexican joints on this podcast. Taco Mayo's fucking taco burgers, the thing to get at Taco Mayo.
now I will not disagree with that. And you actually get
there's another
value to it.
There's another thing. I mean, what are you buying besides fucking 2 cents worth of bread and then a handful of meat, some old lettuce and cheese on it? You know,
And it's not even real. It's fake meat.
yeah.
So it's cut with soybeans. Can you say, like, I guess would you say that, like, yeah, we cut this with soybeans?
Cut it.
You know, like it's dope. we cut our dope with baby laxatives. We cut our meat with the soybean. I don't know, but Subway destroys me. Yeah, it does for real.
I always thought it was because I put the olive oil and the vinegar
put a
and the
fuck ton of jalapenos on
yeah,
it.
like jalapenos, oil, and vinegar seems like a bad mix.
But I eat that in a salad at home, and I'm not like, it doesn't. No, it's not that. I think it's the combination
It's the
of
chemicals makeup of the ground up human remains,
and that might actually be a plus, right? Because in the society, everybody's guts are so messed up that you're like, oh, I've been eating McDonald's, and I've been eating. I don't know though. McDonald's, it's like
McDonald's just gives you kid farts.
yeah, just like
It smells like children.
But maybe what it is like you got to get your routine down. You eat here, you eat here, you eat. People eat out a lot, right? I don't eat out that much. I don't, but I did yesterday. And you eat out, and you get constipated or whatever, then you're like, oh well, I get Subway. You Mexican? You're down for Mexican, or you want the 2.5 feet of sandwich? Which one? You got it instant explosive diarrhea afterwards. You know what?
My stomach just feels hot.
I think I'll take the Italian BMT.
Yeah. Can you put extra jalapenos on there?
And I'd like to get some of that marinara sauce spread all over it. Might as well let's just light it all up. Let's put some of that sriracha mayonnaise on there.
My brother says that the Subway always tastes like rubber gloves too. I don't ever taste that, but he used to say the burritos from Taco Tico taste like Pine Sol. So like they clean the fucking tabletop with Pine Sol and
must have
throw your burrito down on it. You know,
it might.
I mean, countertop's wet. Fuck it. So Pine Sol added flavor.
This is how we do it. And then from that point forward, people like that Pine Sol taste to their burrito, and they're like,
makes me think I'm in the mountains eating a burrito. So or at my grandma's after she cleaned the bathroom. Dude, there's two smells that remind me of my grandma are Pine Sol and clean bleached sheets. You know what I mean?
Oh yes. Are they the snappy hard ones where you're like, damn, these things.
Pull them open and it's like smells like summertime.
Yeah, bleached sheets. Mm-hmm. I don't do that shit.
I don't either. My sheets smell like patchouli. My wife's got patchouli detergent she washes them in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So not only do I have infused with patchouli in my truck, and while I'm sleeping, I'm infused with it.
You know what smell I like? Lavender.
I don't like.
You don't like lavender? I like lavender and that. I like lavender and that ylang.
Oh yeah.
If you mix those two,
this is the weirdest. My favorite smell. I don't know how to. It's either one or two things: are vacuum bags, like dust-filled vacuum bags.
What the?
Or the carpet. If you get down deep and smell the carpet,
no. Dude, those are your favorite smells?
Yeah. Like if I start smelling a vacuum bag, I can't stop smelling it. I mean, other than poontang or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Like
that makes me.
Yeah, I'm serious, man. I don't know what it is about. There's this smell. It's like dust smell, but not dust. Like I remember my backpack in high school smelling like it. Mm-hmm. And I'd sit there, and if I started, like if I couldn't stop smelling, I'd be sitting there like, oh man, it smells like vacuum bag. It's so weird, man. That makes sense. Still doesn't make sense to me. You got to get down deep in the carpet to smell it, though.
It's the dust.
It's got to be
like
the
dust mites.
The dirt, dust. It's my own skin cells. All right.
That's, when you think about that stuff, that starts to freak me out.
What?
Like like think about what's happening right now to your skin if you were to like be able to like magnify what's going on.
Bacteria,
shit's just flying off of us. It's like the planet, like the surface of Mars or some shit, and it's a dust storm. Just things are just like
one of my
our environment is corrosive or something.
It is.
It's just
because one of my professors in my master's program said that, I mean, while you're sitting here, your desk is evaporating. It's releasing. I mean, everything's slowly breaking down as you
oxidize,
just at different levels.
Is it oxidation? Is that what it is? Right, because that's what's happening, right? And so it's just complete. We're just deteriorating. That's what's happening to us, but we regenerate fast enough. So that's what really happens to us when we get old.
You just get boiled off.
We're just. You think about that though. That's really weird, and then that shit just
lands on the carpet.
But then it deteriorates,
and then I sit there and
you're sniffing it.
Oh man, it smells good. Is that carpet?
It's bad.
All right. This next article, Huffington Post: $70 million reward offered in new quote no fine no fee search for missing MH370 aircraft. A U.S.-based tech company will lead the renewed hunt for the jetliner that vanished in 2014. So that's still crazy, right?
That's very crazy.
That plane has not been found.
And it's not like this great. It was a great mystery for a short period of time, and then people are like,
So 4 years ago, Flight 370 disappeared with 239 people on board. The U.S. base Ocean Infinity announced Wednesday that the Malaysian government had accepted its no fine, no fee contract with a reward up to $70 million if wreckage from the MH370 is located within 90 days. So when I first read this, I was like, fuck, man, I could use $70 million. I'm going to go find that thing. Thinking somehow that I was like, I could find it. Ocean Infinity described itself as a technology company specializing in collecting high-resolution geophysical seabed data. It's dispatched a vessel that calls the seabed constructor with a 65-person crew to the southern Indian Ocean. The renewed quest, which will begin mid-January, will cover a primary search area of up to 25,000 square kilometers. Previously identified an international, now abandoned effort to locate the jetliner. So they had some stuff show up on the coast of Africa and in Australia, right? That they said their primary mission is to locate wreckage and or both of the flight recorders. Searchers must also present considerable and credible evidence confirming the whereabouts of these items to successfully claim the reward. The Boeing 777 disappeared from the radar screens on March 8th. 2014, less than an hour after departing from Kuala Lumpur en route to Beijing. Subsequent analysis of data transmission led investigators to believe it had crashed off Australia's west coast. 12 crew members and 227 passengers from 15 countries were aboard. Let's see, multiple countries conducted a massive $160 million hunt for the aircraft above and below water, the largest search in aviation history. It continued for 1,000 days before it was called off in January 2017. 2015 and 2016, debris from MH370 was discovered in the Indian Ocean and along the East African coastline. The whereabouts of the remaining wreckage continues to be unknown. The Australian Transport Safety Bureau released a 440-page report on the missing aircraft in October, noting it's almost inconceivable and certainly societally why can't I say that? Societally unacceptable in the modern aviation area for a large commercial aircraft to be missing and for the world not to know with certainty what has become of the aircraft and those on board.
Yeah, it was flying to Beijing, right?
Yeah.
And they say that it crashed off of somewhere off of Australia?
West coast of Australia.
So do you want to see the absurdity of that?
Is it shaped like Stan?
No. No. Is it shaped like Stan? No, but so Beijing, right? Where is Beijing?
Up in China.
Right, here's Shanghai. Here's Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Beijing here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. So I don't know but right there.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Northern China. Northeastern
Right.
China.
Yeah, so, okay, they can see. So it's right here. Beijing is here.
Mm-hmm.
Kuala Lumpur is down here,
Mhm.
right? So let's go down. So that's north, right?
Yeah.
Where's Australia?
South. East. I don't know why I'm saying it so fast, like I'm racing someone.
Southeast.
Yeah.
It's down here. What's the distance, do you think, from, we'll just say from Malaysia to, that's only 2,000 miles, right?
Uh-huh.
How fuck? You don't fly this way to get to Beijing, do you? Well, if the Earth is flat, maybe they do. I don't know. No, right? So up to Beijing. Dude, that's a long flight, right?
Yeah.
2,645 miles. It didn't make it. It wrecked.
Yeah, but
What did it do?
they're saying that it's off the coast of Australia.
Right.
Or, I guess wreckage.
So it went. They decided to go south.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't remember the.
I mean, I saw some stuff where the people said that Russians hijacked it and flew it into Russian airspace and hit it in the thing. But like, what's the point of
Well, you remember the first initial
the bankers on
the guys who that super processor? There were 4 Chinese guys that had a patent and then the other one was that Rothschild laboratory had the other patent in it, and they said there were 5 total patents for the super processor, and if you could eliminate 4, well, all 4 of the Chinese engineers, scientists, whatever that worked on that processor were on that plane, and they just devastated, did whatever. Maybe they took, I don't know, maybe they got all those Chinese people working in
Russia.
Or maybe it was here in
Russia robota babushka.
Exactly, the grandmas.
Good job, grandma.
Let's see.
I don't know, man, but that whole thing, that whole jet just straight up disappearing and not. I mean, it kind of goes along the same lines as the Las Vegas shooting. Like, hey, man, if you want to, steal something, don't steal a fucking car. They can find those in no time. Steal a fucking airliner. Mm-hmm. You crash it, no one knows where it was. No one has a clue. They got GPS. The fucking engines got satellite transmission tracking to them that that said that it was flying for time after that it supposedly went down. There's a lot of unanswered questions. Of course, $70 million. So if that's true, which Mike just posted a picture of it taken off from Kuala Lumpur, flying northeast over Malaysia, and then taking a left or heading to the west, back across Malaysia,
southwest,
and then back northwest. Last primary radar contact was at that time. I mean, I guess shit could float down to northern Australia, 2,000 miles away.
Looks like it's a few hundred miles off the coast of Thailand, just off southwest.
Seems like it'd be Phuket. From if that was the case, if it crashed right there, wouldn't the debris? I mean, it's kind of like a
float into this, right?
Yeah.
Or here, or over here.
Yeah, there's kind of not many places it could go.
I don't know, man. We'll probably never know.
Well, they never recovered the black boxes from 9/11, right? I don't think they did.
No.
Just the passports.
Yeah, just the passports that were on the ground.
Not the black boxes. In this case,
not only the wreckage. There wasn't airplane parts. They just found the passports.
It's one of those unanswered questions. That's shit.
Those guys through there, roll down that window. Do they have a window roller down on those jets?
I don't know. This reminds me of those old movies of World War II and stuff. Hey, pull off your dog tags, take out anything that can be identified by. We're going in.
Yeah,
and this was
the opposite.
We're going in. Make sure and grab your passport and
extra passports.
Yeah.
You get your expired passports. Make sure you got those too.
All right, so next up, Huffington Post. I think I'm going to continue with this until it goes away because outrage erupts over report that Mark Wahlberg made over 1,000 times more than Michelle Williams.
Who's Michelle Williams?
Well, you just ruined my thing. Producer Judd Apatow called the story so messed up that it's almost hard to believe. Almost. So, celebrities are rushing to Michelle Williams' defense following a report that Mark Wahlberg was paid over 1,000 times more than she was to reshoot scenes of All the Money in the World. So I was going to ask you, do you know who Mark Wahlberg is?
Yes.
Do you know who Michelle Williams? You know who Michelle Williams is?
I have no idea.
They're fine. That's simply explained right there.
So here's the deal. Now everybody's going to be like, well, why don't you know? Well, were women just a sex object to you?
No, that's not it. It says Jessica...
our podcast, we're blowing it up by showing these half-nude women on our...
Yeah, this lady says, Williams is a brilliant actress who deserves more. She might be a great actress. She may be a great actress, but is she as known as Mark Wahlberg? No. That's the point.
Does she have the demand to see her?
Yeah. Right. So if somehow I was in a movie and they're like, "Hey, Sylvester Stallone's in this movie," and I wouldn't expect to make the same amount of money as him,
right?
And it's got nothing to do with
right
fucking gender.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that's Mark Wahlberg, but people want to see him. We're gonna pay him more. It's like, it's fucking, it's your deal. It's economics. It's like
That's right. It is
supply and demand. Like, yeah, you can get anyone to you know.
So
and
like,
here's the other thing. Did you not agree to that payment?
right.
Like you
it's a
could have easily
contract.
said,
No, I don't want to do this.
I want to be paid 1,000 times more than you're paying me.
Uh-huh.
No, that's not going to happen. Okay, see you later. I'm not doing this. But no, you accepted the payment that they agreed to. It was less because you felt it was fair at the time. And now all of a sudden, all these people, you know, say that it's like some atrocity. Not atrocity is a bad word. You know, it's like some fucking show of how, you know, men get paid more than women.
So they're saying sources told USA Today that Wahlberg earned $1.5 million for the reshoot, while Williams received $80 per diem. That amounted to less than $1,000. Okay, well maybe she should have a better agent, right? That says, hey, if we have to do reshoots, I'm not just getting a fucking per diem. I'm gonna get.
Who's the lady that played Pretty Woman? Not Sandra Bullock.
Julia Roberts.
So you think Julia Roberts would get paid more than this Michelle Williams lady?
Yes. Do I think that the woman that's in the article above would get paid? Yes. That's
What, Meryl
Jessica
Streep?
Chastain.
Like if Meryl Streep was in the movie with Michelle Williams, do you think they'd get paid the same,
No.
or Meryl Streep would get paid
no.
more?
No. Oh, were you asking me if that
Yeah.
Julia Roberts would get paid the same as Michelle Williams?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she'd get paid more, right?
Right.
Because people know who she is, and like it's
Dude, this is fucking bullshit. These people are making a story out of something that has to do like. What about the dude? What about the other? What about the
like, hey man, I'm an extra in this movie.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg makes this much money. I don't get shit.
They gave me fucking
got
White Castle.
Yeah, got a hot dog,
Yeah.
free hot dog, and a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what else I've noticed? You know who Chrissy Teigen is?
Chrissy Teigen.
Teigen.
Yeah, she's got huge boobs.
Does she?
Yeah, but
I
she
just
doesn't
noticed
have any.
that, like,
she got no acetol.
She's everyone's like, Chrissy Teigen is commenting about this. Chrissy Teigen's commenting
She's
about
just-
that. But like, what is she?
She was a model, and she's married to a singer. She's on a show where they do. She's on a show with.
Keeping up with the Kardashians?
No, she's on a show with dude with the contacts. Mama's gonna knock you out. Guy.
Mark Wahlberg?
No, he's fat as hell now too. He's Mama's gonna knock you out.
House of Pain?
No. LL Cool J. Everybody was screaming. at
Lady
her.
Love Cool
Yeah,
James?
right? And she's on a show with him. It's the lip sync battle show.
Oh, well, apparently,
Dude,
I mean,
that
her.
LL Cool J dude. That guy, he irritates me.
Does he?
Yeah. Go ahead though.
Like, everyone puts her opinion pretty high.
Of Chrissy Teigen.
Of what she tweets and stuff. Every time
Really?
I turn around, it's like Chrissy Teigen attacked that dipshit that was videotaping dead people in Japan. Like chastising him. Like, is Chrissy Teigen the internet mom?
Yeah,
Is that
maybe.
who she is?
Maybe she is.
I'm gonna look up who she is real quick.
You've never seen her?
Yeah, she's got a
She's
frying
Asian.
pan face, right?
Oh man.
Like flat face.
Yeah. I don't know how to spell her name.
I'm not saying that's bad. Just what's her name? That girl from Born Supremacy has a frying pan face.
Yeah,
too.
you know what? There's probably 3 women that look kind of the same as that girl, and I get them all confused.
Yeah. Why does this lady's opinion matter?
Well, how do you even spell her name?
I spelled it wrong. She still came up. I mean, she looks like a nice lady, but I wouldn't want her. I mean, like, I wouldn't ask her what kind of vehicle I should drive. I do wish she would chastise us on this podcast for talking shit about her.
Yeah. You know who she reminds me of?
Who?
The same lady that was Dreamweaver in Wayne's World.
Oh, yeah. Tia Carrera.
Yeah. See, that's bad, right? Because she's Asian, so everybody's going to be like, you're an asshole.
Yeah. Her iPhone 10 wouldn't. She could unlock
Oh, fuck.
Tia Carrera's iPhone. That's fucking mean.
Chrissy Teigen, could you unlock Tia Carrera's iPhone for me?
I mean, she's pretty.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Not
no
really
joke.
my type, but
Not your type.
no. What am I saying?
Yeah.
You got a vagina?
I was about to be like, what?
All right.
What?
Next one. Oh, did we get over that? Yeah,
Yeah. It's
Mark Wahlberg.
It's simple law of supply and demand.
I agree. I mean, that's what I think. I don't think it was done out of spite. Like, we can pay these women a lot less. Or it's the guy's
women.
like, fuck, we got Mark Wahlberg here.
Yeah. We need to pay. Well, it's probably
Co-starring,
written in his contract.
Christina Williams. Who? Christina Williams. That girl from that show where she's in the back doing handsprings? Who?
Crocodile tears?
Yeah. Pay her $80 a day per diem. Make it. All right. Now, say she gets like big from this movie, right?
Right.
And she'll probably start making more money
Let's
than
find
other
out.
people.
Hold on. Let's find out who she is.
She may be some real popular actress. I'm excited. She been in any movies?
I have no idea who she is.
Christina Williams.
It's not Christine. It was Michelle.
Oh, Michelle Williams?
Yeah. Here.
Yeah.
You seen her anywhere?
Yeah, she was in Terminator 2, right? No, 3.
That's not the girl from Terminator 3.
She's a year younger than me. I don't... Oh, here's movies and TVs. The Greatest Showman. Never even heard of that. All the Money in the World. She's in Dawson's Creek.
I didn't like that show.
The Oz, the Great and the Powerful. She was in Brokeback Mountain. I've never seen that. Heard you see Claire Danes, not Claire Danes. Damn, she was in Species.
This girl was in Species. No, that's Natasha Henstridge.
Mm-hmm.
I would pay her more than $80 a day. Maybe not now.
I guess she's been around for a while.
Oh, look. Natasha Henstridge Weinstein. Was she married to the guy that...
Holy fuck, are you serious?
Oh!
Oh, man, I had a thing for her back in the day. From that movie, Species. So the only movies that I've seen that she is in is Species. That's it.
How... Wait a minute. If she's a year younger than you...
I know, she had to be a kid, right?
She had to, oh, maybe she was the young...
Right.
Dude, we put it together. That's her now? Natasha Henstridge?
Yeah. I'm saying that like I know. I guess. Hold on, I want to see what she's in.
Do you know who,
this fucking podcast is horrible right now. We're both surfing the internet, just talking.
do you know who... remember that show, Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore?
Yeah, I never watched that. I fucking couldn't stand that Pauly Shore.
Okay, but do you know the girl from that show?
I think wasn't she in that movie with the guy that played Christopher Columbus? She was like cute girl.
Yeah, she's cute. She's older than us. Right?
Yeah.
But
What was that girl's name again?
who?
The one we're looking up.
Michelle Williams.
She was the young Syl.
There you go. We figured it out. That's why.
Fuck, man, she deserves to be
she
paid the same amount as
Mark Wahlberg. Fuck Mark Wahlberg.
He wasn't in Species.
No. He was at that time he was still in his underwear.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg and his
So what were you
bullshit
saying?
1 point.
That chick.
Oh. It's like I kind of got a thing for her.
What's it called? Son-in-law.
Yeah,
I think
but
it's
you
the
got to
same.
look. Her name is Carla Giacomo or something.
Carla Giacomo. Yeah. How the fuck did you know that?
I don't. I just she was in that text feed like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, she's.
You have to look at her now.
Yeah, I'm looking at her now. She kind of looks like
There's a
Chrissy Teigen. It's a big smile.
well, but that's the thing that makes it though is the smile.
Yeah, we've been through that. This is the most sexist comment you can say to a girl is to tell her to smile more.
I'm not telling her to smile more. Like I'm not gonna. It's all about you. You choose it. That. But here's the deal: is that if you do smile a lot, it makes you more attractive.
Well, they're not
Right.
here for your sexual preference.
I'm not saying they
asshole.
are. What the? How do I? Gee,
I don't know. All right, so I'm going on the next story, so we'll quit this fucking surfing the internet.
wait,
Right.
that's not the girl. That's not her. Oh yeah, it is.
All right, so
Wait, no,
this
that's
is-
not her.
The girl I'm thinking of is different, but
That's not her. No. It's this one. It's Carla Gugino. Gugino.
that's who I looked up.
No, you're Giacomo. That's the one that's in Pretty Woman. That's the. It's got
What
the
is it?
stupid Carla Gugino.
That's who I just looked up.
Oh,
Who's the one you thought I looked up?
Carla Guacomo.
Gora. Dude, we gotta quit.
All right, let's move on. People are getting irritated.
Yeah.
Next,
All right, it's from Fox News. Memphis pastor gets standing ovation after acknowledging, quote, sexual incident with teen.
what?
Churchgoers.
I didn't read this one.
Churchgoers gave a Memphis pastor a standing ovation on Sunday after he admitted to a sexual incident with a teenage girl some 20 years ago. Andy Savage.
Wait a minute. All right, so that it happened 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and how old was he?
He's 42 now,
So
so
he
he'd
was
have been
22. How old was the girl?
17.
Oh, well.
Andy Savage, 42, a pastor at High Point Church in Memphis, told churchgoers he sinned in 1998, but did not go into detail.
You know what? This is one of those where he knows it's just risque enough that he can get away with it because it's past the age of consent, right? So, I didn't break any laws, but I was 22, she's 17, and so
I was fucking horny.
yeah,
And, I mean,
and so this guy's
yeah, so it says a few days earlier, Jules Woodson wrote a blog entry on WatchKeep, a website for survivors of sexual abuse. Woodson wrote that she was 17 in the spring of 1998 when Savage offered to drive her home from the Woodland Parkway Baptist Church in a Houston suburb.
Oh, was he the pastor?
Yeah.
At the time?
Pasture.
Pastor?
Yeah,
He was?
I guess so.
Oh, shit.
Woodson wrote that the pastor pulled over on a
This just
dirt
got
road
good.
and asked her to perform oral sex on him before he demanded she take her top off. Woodson wrote he begged her not to tell anyone what transpired. I still cannot get how dude's got some fucking balls to just drive some underage chick, pull over and say like, "Will you give me a blowjob?" Like that seems. I can't even wrap my head around that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, can you
No.
imagine asking some girl for a
No.
blowjob? Especially if you're Charlie Church, right?
Yeah.
All right. So apparently, he said you have to take this to the grave with you. In a statement,
What?
Savage admitted to having a sexual incident with a female high school senior in the church, and he apologized and took every step to respond in a biblical way. On Sunday, Savage said he took responsibility, but believed it was dealt with in Texas. So he's basically like, "Yeah, I did it, but it's over. It's done." Until now, he says, I did not know there was unfinished business with Jules. Jules, I'm deeply sorry for my actions 20 years ago. I remain committed to cooperate with you toward forgiveness and healing. My deal with this was if this guy was truly sorry, he would have approached her before this, right?
Yeah.
But he just got busted. So it's like forced apology.
Is he a big time pastor?
I guess. So Woodson, the girl, right?
Woodson's the girl.
Yeah. Told the New York Times she was disgusted after watching Savage's speech online. It's disgusting, she said. Woodson told the Times that the matter was never, quote, dealt with because she never reported her allegations to authorities. She said she went to authorities Monday to make a report, but it was not immediately clear if statute of limitations had expired. She said she wanted to come forward with her story after hearing about disgraced Today Show host Matt Lauer being fired from NBC for sexual conduct.
All right, I'm split in this, right?
She said she wrote him an email the day after Matt Lauer was fired and said,
Oh.
"Do you remember that night you were supposed to drive me home from church and instead drove me to a deserted back road and sexually assaulted me?"
He's a shithead.
Yeah, what gets me though, man, is why would he get a standing ovation?
I don't know.
From the
'cause
church.
people are fucked up. Well, no, I mean, like, think about it for a minute though. He's at church. He's coming clean, right? I'm starting to feel bad about these pictures that I got up here.
He's coming clean because he got caught.
Right,
That's what
but
gets me.
But the people
It's
in
not
church,
like if
they look past that, dude.
It's not like he's saying, like, you know what, man, in light of all the stuff that's going on nowadays, I got something I want to get off my chest. You know, this happened in the past, and I feel bad about it. I've contacted this girl. You know, we're working through it. No, he didn't do that.
Yeah, but dude, you're talking about people that are emotionally invested. Here's the deal: the people are emotionally invested in this guy, right? Not only emotionally, but financially invested in this guy. This guy is, for whatever purpose it is, he's leading them to salvation, right? That's their idea. They get their fellowship there. They've got a community there within the church. I'm saying, and this guy is their hero, right?
I can't imagine sitting there listening to some fuck guy talk to me about what's right and wrong. In the meantime, he's getting fucking forced blowjobs from a 17-year-old girl.
The thing
and those
is
people in that congregation have daughters too.
Yeah, and the thing is that they're like, oh, he's just human. He's human.
I agree, he's human.
No,
right?
but what I'm saying is that he's going to play that card up until then you question his authority on something, or ask him, you know, get deeper about your spirituality or whatever it is, and tell me a little bit more. Then he's the authority on that, right? But when it comes to becoming, well, you got to remember, I'm just like one of you guys, dude. I got
a couple things about this.
I would say
for
it's
one,
very typical. I bet Joel Osteen's the same thing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know?
Fuck yeah.
This guy he got lucky because he's big enough to get he's got
standing
LED
ovation.
lights. He's got LED lights behind him. That makes him.
Like, I got a couple things about this. I
got you. I know where you're going.
Like, people should be held accountable for what they've done, but I also don't. There's a lot going on right now, like where you're guilty.
It's time to drag it out there, and then
without any kind of thing other than saying that something happened. You know what I mean?
I agree. That's what. Whenever you started to read through it, and it came out because after.
You remember that time 3 years ago we were fishing and you sexually violated me on the.
No.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I could say it, right? And I'm not saying that this stuff's not true, but it's kind of becoming an environment to where everything's just like, oh yeah, you piece of shit, you know, you're disgusting. Of course he's gonna deny those allegations. Like, well,
that just like completely hit home with me though. What you just said.
Well, you didn't sexually.
No.
Okay.
No. It's the culture of like. Almost like maybe, I might be reaching here, but so whenever you read, like, you've read 1984, right?
I think. Is that the farm one?
No, that's Animal Farm.
The other one.
Yeah.
With
Winston.
And the Sol.
Huh?
What's the drug?
Yeah, Soma.
Soma, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, not
all right, you know how the kids Soltar. You know how the kids of his neighbor, or like,
I got to reread that book.
Well, the little rats, right? They rat on their parents. They rat on everything, and that's been real hard to get through to children. Like, you're trying, but maybe what you do is create a culture of like what's going to come from this, right? Because it's right now it's a bunch of shark bites, right? Basically in the media. Mm-hmm. What will come from this? You know, what's the true agenda behind it? There's more to it than just this calling out of all these people. What's going to come from it? The time's up, right? That was the thing with the the Golden Globe Awards or whatever, and everybody was saying, time's up.
Yeah, but
it's not going to be
what's his name, Franco, James Franco. He's saying time's up, and then someone turns around and says, "Hey, you sexually assaulted me," and then everyone's busting his chops. But there's nothing other than someone just saying like, "Hey, he sexually assaulted me." He's up there speaking for time's up.
So here's the deal: is that you better know this, and you better be aware, is that we can take you down anytime we want, because we have this card that we can pull, right? Oh, you don't fucking agree with us?
Time's up.
Chrissy Teigen says that you grabbed her boob.
Yeah,
Done. You're done. Your career is over. No more. So you'd better not come out against us, right?
Yeah.
Because we are the party. This is fucking. I mean, that could possibly be the next step in this, right? Like, you don't want to support Oprah for president? Fuck off. You're done. Because Oprah's your next president.
I was talking to a guy at work the other day, and he's like, he goes, "Man, I was gonna say, like Oprah's got no business or any kind of
yeah, but you can't say that now.
Experience to be the president." But he's like, "But look what we have in there right now."
That's right. Can't say that now. It just opened up, dude. This guy just opened up the door for
Camacho.
All of it. It is. You're right. No. I mean, ultimately,
Camacho is coming. I don't know if it'll be the next one, but possibly the third.
Fucking The Rock wants to be president.
Oh, yeah.
That's Camacho.
Spitting water in the air. Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, that's your next president.
Oprah?
Today. What is this? January 10th, 2018. Oprah Winfrey is your next president.
I think Phil Donahue is the next president.
Is he even still alive?
I don't know. I think he died in a prison in Madagascar, or wherever that was that Mandela died.
Yeah.
Who didn't die.
Yeah. Came back, and then was on the Phil Donahue show.
Yeah. All right. Next one.
We need to timestamp this.
Huh?
Timestamp this. I've already.
I don't know. Who's
You're gonna think, if I get this one right, will I finally get some credit?
You got credit for Trump.
Nah, I didn't really get any real credit.
I still
I didn't
cannot
get a
believe.
blowjob in the, my wife.
Oh,
she didn't even.
I thought you were talking about me. I was like, he's trying to fucking sexually charge me with something here. All right, so this next one, FoxNews.com says, Texas woman accused of damaging Warhol paintings could face life in prison. So this lady, a Dallas woman.
Whoa.
Yeah. She looks insane to me.
Yes.
Absolutely crazy in these pictures. Look at the second picture. Like she's about to invoke Satan.
Stan
is coming.
Yeah, she does look like.
Okay, so a Dallas woman has challenged allegations that she caused at least $300,000
Dude, her name
in damage.
is Lindy Lou. Lindy Lou Lehman.
$300,000 in damage to a prominent Houston attorney's art collection, including Andy Warhol paintings, at the end of their first date.
Does a Russian know this woman?
I don't know. So I thought at first it was him.
Mm-hmm.
Lindy Lou Lehman appeared in Houston courtroom Tuesday after being charged with felony criminal mischief for the December 23rd incident in the home of attorney Tony Busby. So, yeah, because the Russian likes Warhol paintings, right?
Right, and the Russian is in that area.
Yeah. So the Houston Chronicle reported that the level of the charge is determined by the price tag for the items destroyed. Lehman is accused of first-degree felony and could face life in prison if convicted.
What the fuck?
Life in prison for tearing someone's shit up, right? Busby told investigators that 29-year-old Lehman became intoxicated and belligerent, and that she shattered two $20,000 sculptures and poured wine on paintings, including two Warhol works, each valued at $500,000.
Oh shit!
Dallas Morning News cited criminal report said that she tore paintings off the wall with her hands and threw sculptures across the room. Prosecutors reportedly alleged that Lehman hid in his home while he arranged an Uber ride for her.
Wait.
You know what I don't get? Could he not stop her from doing this?
Yeah, I don't. Maybe she was invoking Stan.
Maybe it was Stan in the house. Her attorney said that his client is a great person, and they disagree with Mr. Busby's rendition of the facts. He declined to give an alternate version of what happened, saying he's saving it for the courtroom.
These are his paintings.
Andy Warhol?
This one. Look at this one.
Is that Busby?
I don't know.
What's Busby look like?
Is that the painting?
No, that's the guy. That's the attorney that she was. First date. Dude, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like, end of a first date, some chick comes in and tears your house out of $800,000 worth of art.
Where did he meet her?
She looks she looks like she could be an adult entertainer, so I don't.
I mean, that's a good possibility. She also looks like she's half lizard.
Yeah, she does.
Right? Do you see it?
Mm-hmm. She looks insane.
Uh-huh.
Completely insane. What's the guy's name? Busby what? Tony Busby. Let's see if there's a picture of him.
Here, I'll put a picture of her up. Okay, this one's the first one. And then the next one where she's invoking Stan.
Yeah, look.
You see the lizard?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
I don't know.
Oh, damn. Tony Busby has his own Wikipedia. Tony Busby is an American trial lawyer who has been involved in multiple high-profile cases.
Does Tony Busby look like old?
He was lead counsel for Governor Rick Perry. No, he's a handsome fella.
So, let's see. What? Not the Tony Busby I see here. How do you spell
That
his
picture,
name?
that fucking weird picture, that was him.
That was Tony Busby?
Yeah, these pictures look bad. The one that they had on the Wikipedia, he was younger, I guess. He looks like a lawyer.
How do you spell his name?
B-U-Z-B-E-E.
Oh, wow, okay.
Lindy Lou Lehman. 5 fast facts you need to know. She looks like she's got a plastic face.
Tony Busby looks like he's
I take my
like an ambulance chaser.
Rick Perry's counsel. Look at a mouthful of M&Ms right there.
Mouthful of M&Ms in somebody's panties. Like, who decides that's your picture for your...
Holy fuck. Linda Lou Lehman's a 29-year-old court reporter. I thought she was a stripper.
Yeah, that's a cover. She's 29. She looked a little older than that to me. Didn't she look older to you? Like, maybe like 36 and had some work done.
Yeah.
Right?
Says, I collect art. I don't want it damaged. She also pulled a Renoir and a Monet.
Renoir.
And a Monet off the wall. Luckily, those weren't damaged. Lehman accused of tearing paintings off the walls, breaking sculptures, and throwing red wine on Andy Warhol.
How the fuck? He must have, you know what it was? Probably got her coked up out of her mind, right? Like, taking her to another level that she's never been, whole other universe, and she just went hog wild.
She got gigantic fake boobs. She looks pretty in that picture.
You know what? I don't really like her, though.
Well, no, she's tearing stuff up.
Lindy Lou. She's top Google search. You type in Lindy.
Tony Busby supported Trump for a while. Busby, a former Marine, was named a university regent by Rick Perry.
Dude, he's a tiny fella. Look at this. I'm about to bring something up here.
There's no fast facts. Those are lame.
He's charged with criminal mischief causing over $30,000 worth of damage.
The complainant informed.
Here you go. This one, it's not going to be as... whoop. I don't want to do that. Delete. Look at this.
Is Trump big?
I mean, not that big. This guy's tiny. I mean, he's like, I think Trump's like,
Trump's got tiny hands, right?
Yes, probably like 6'3", 6'4", maybe, Trump.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a tall guy. You know that dude, Mueller? the FBI guy.
Yeah.
Dude's like 6'8" lurch.
Really?
Yeah.
You ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. What's next? Are you looking at more of Lindy Lou?
I'm
Did she
reading
get
a couple accused of sex in a Baptist parking lot.
She's got like Gorbachev dots on her head.
All right, next up, FoxNews.com. True news all the time.
Yeah.
Says Alabama,
Mobile, Alabama.
Man accused of sexually molesting a horse.
When did this happen?
This guy looks like a straight shooter to me.
This happened 1 day ago. You know what it was? This dude probably fucking celebrating after Alabama won the national championship.
Roll that tide. All right. Put this picture up on there.
Okay.
An Alabama man has been accused.
How tall? He's 80 inches tall.
Has been accused of repeatedly sexually molesting a horse after its owner believes she found evidence of his crime left behind in a barn stall.
Listen, though. Now, let me tell you something. This dude is 83 inches tall? You know how tall that is?
No.
Okay, how tall? What's 6 feet? 72 inches.
Yeah. Is that 80?
That's this guy's 83 inches tall.
He's 18, too.
He's almost 7 feet tall.
Daniel Bennett, 18, of Irvington, is awaiting
That's why
trial.
he was molesting a horse.
Yeah. He's tired of fucking around with all these tiny people.
He's like, hey, I'm going to make centaurs from now on.
Is awaiting trial after he allegedly told... Oh, but that's the problem, though. I think they were male horses.
Oh, that's illegal?
To have sex with a horse? Yeah. I
Is
think.
it only if it's a male horse?
I think it's
Figure in
illegal.
Alabama they had some leeway.
After sheriff's investigators said he attempted to molest a horse. The owner of the 20-year-old steed...
They did not say steed.
Yeah, told...
You know what that's from? Let me tell you what that's from. That's from people using Microsoft Word. And like, fuck, we got to come up with another word for horse. Synonyms. Steed. Okay. Nobody says steed.
She found Bennett in the barn Thursday night after her dog's barking led her to the scene. Owner Francine Janes and her husband, who was armed with a gun, reportedly found Bennett hiding in a barn stall. Upon being found, James said he told her that, quote, he likes horses. He wanted to pet the horse.
With his dick.
Yeah. Bennett was reportedly held at gunpoint by her husband until police arrived. Police reportedly discovered that Bennett had a trench coat with a burglar's tool in it.
They call it a burglar's tool?
I don't know what that means. It's a hammer. No, Jane doesn't believe this first time Bennett had
the shoes off the horse. You wanted to make the horse more comfortable.
Had inappropriately interacted with her horse. She told investigators she found what she believes to be evidence in Polly's stall multiple times through the month of December. I would say 7, maybe 10 times, she told WPMI. Here's where it gets fucking weird. Toilet paper had been left. The haystacks had been removed. Items had been turned over, and that's as far as I want to go.
What?
Bennett's arrest, I guess, as far as like what she wants to say
Divulge?
she found. Yeah. Bennett's arrest warrant lists his crime of bestiality as a misdemeanor, claiming he engaged in or submitted to any sexual contact with an animal, to wit, a horse. He was charged with possession of burglar tools, sexual misconduct, and second-degree criminal trespassing. Can you imagine that, having horses and walking out and you see some dude in the stall with it getting railed by, like, oh, hey, come on, man. You know? Like,
Yeah.
I think I'd almost be like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not going to mention this to anyone.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out of my barn. That whole, you know, can't
Don't
imagine
fuck
a
with
horse.
my horses. I mean, go buy your own horse.
Yeah, you want to have sex with a horse, I'll sell you one, but not mine. I mean, just think of that. Like,
It's confusing to me. Number one.
well, yeah, I've never had a thing for horses. I do like the way horses smell too, along with vacuum bags. But I never like, man, this horse smells good. I want to do some fucking.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I just don't. I don't know, like how I don't know how I feel like it being illegal.
Yeah, I don't either. But I also
Man,
don't. I don't understand the physics of it. I guess. Like, how do you? I guess when you're fucking 7 feet tall, you just. You know what I mean?
That's right. He's like, I don't feel like I'm a normal human.
Yeah,
he wants to make baby centaurs.
Maybe he identifies as a horse. Simple as that.
So, how is that? Like,
Wouldn't that be
whenever you get into that, when you get
wouldn't
into that dynamic, like,
wouldn't that be some sort of defense when he shows up and he's like, Your Honor, I was born a human, but I truly identify as a horse, and I always have.
so I felt like I needed to
So,
fuck Polly.
I mean, I was really not any different than you.
Fucking your old lady.
Yeah.
Is that cruelty to that animal? And I know this is like a weird subject to talk about, but is that cruelty to that animal? Like, are you being cruel to that animal? I mean,
Nailing it?
yeah.
Or
like,
letting nail you?
yeah. Well, I guess that's true. Like, is it? He wasn't going that way, was he?
That's what I took it as.
Oh shit. He was taking it by the horse?
That's the only thing I can think of with the toilet paper comment from the lady. Why the hell else would you be in a fucking stall with a male horse?
That was a male horse?
Yeah.
I thought the horse's name was Polly.
Oh, maybe not.
Not like Polly, but like Polly, like Pollyanna. So now it's completely. Now it's like.
I thought it was a
I mean,
male
he's a weirdo,
horse.
anyways.
I thought it was a male horse. Maybe not. Maybe he's going to pound town on a female horse.
Either way, it's abuse to the horse. I mean, if he's taking it, it's
What?
definitely abuse to him.
I don't know. I mean, you'd have to ask the horse its opinion.
No, sir, I don't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's 2 Ren and Stimpy comments in the same podcast. That cartoon was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it was. If you watch it nowadays,
Uh-huh.
like, I can't believe I watched it as a kid.
There's no way that there's no way I'd let my kid watch that show.
No. I want a Long Island man accused of sex with multiple horses.
A threesome.
Arkansas man arrested accused of having sex with family's pet donkey. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
They don't get any action, I guess. It's like, fuck it. We'll go out and bang this donkey.
Donkey seems like a bad choice.
Yeah.
Fucking thing's ears would be back.
Yeah, and
Be ready
imagine
to-
biting the shit out of you, kicking you.
No. Maybe that's it.
He
Maybe
likes
it's the
it rough.
challenge. The challenge of it all.
He likes to work for it. His wife don't give him enough fight.
I don't know. This is crazy. I wish we knew if that was a male or a female horse. Anyway, it's fucked up. Alabama. Yeah. We don't do that shit like
Roll Tide.
Oklahoma.
No.
All right. Play a commercial with Ode to Women. We're done.
Hi, Eeyore here. If you like the bullshit you've been listening to, be sure to check out Spearhead Transmission on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, TuneIn Radio, and the podcast source. Subscribe to their YouTube channel and watch them weekly for some reason. Also, like and share their Facebook page. Check out their website at spearheadpodcast.com and get all of your Spearhead merchandise there. If you have hate mail, please send it to xspearheadx@yahoo.com. They always appreciate hearing from you. Thank you for your support and enjoy the rest of the fucking show.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. She looks like one of those rap guys' girlfriends.
All right. Ode to Women. Been a while, right?
You know what? You know the beginning of that, right?
Yeah.
Now every time if I ever hear Anaconda, fuck it just takes me straight to Benny Hill music. Anytime, like if I ever hear that song, not Anaconda,
Sir Mix-a-Lot?
yeah, Sir Mix-a-Lot, and I hear the beginning,
Yeah.
immediately it's we've had that for so long that it goes straight to that Benny Hill song afterwards.
Uh-huh.
You know, right? I don't know, just one of those things.
All right, so it's Ode to Women. There's not really anything to it except the fact that this girl used to be a Marine, or is a Marine, sergeant in the Marine Corps. And is also a bikini model.
Really?
And she's hot. So that's it.
Let's see.
Sex bomb and
You know,
former. This is from
she kind of looks
FoxNews.com.
like Margot Robbie or Margot Robbie.
What the fuck is that?
Kind of looks like Margot Robbie.
Are people still here? Music's loud as hell.
Is it?
Oh, all right. So, sex bomb and former active duty Marine Shannon Erke has marked the new year with all guns blazing in a modeling mission that's sure to impress her army of followers. This 29 from Minnesota went viral when her bikini and modeling pictures started trending online. Do you imagine being having her in like your
No. Oh, no.
unit?
You know what's funny is Instagram. And I don't even have an Instagram. Do you have Instagram?
No.
Dude, Instagram
Isn't it
is
Facebook?
making people famous.
Yeah.
Making people like isn't it crazy the world that we live in though? Like you would never think that people that could start like that videotape themselves, or videotape, nobody fucking videotapes anymore, but that take a video of themselves, put it out there, and they have more people that watch them on a daily basis or a weekly basis than people that are on national television, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have a YouTube channel, right? And people see they might put a 10-minute video out a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll have 15 million people watch that video. Another 15 million people watch the next day, wait to see what they're going to do. And they can do absolutely the stupidest shit.
Mm-hmm. It's like that Logan dude, or was it Logan? Guy that videotaped the Japanese suicide forest. He's got like all these followers. He's a YouTube guy.
Okay.
And like,
and the thing is you can take a picture of yourself, right? Take a picture of your ass,
mm-hmm.
put it on Instagram, and you can get X millions of followers, and people will. That'll catapult you into the next stratosphere of like whatever. I don't know how you're getting paid. I know how you get paid from YouTube, right? I don't know how you get paid on Instagram. If you do, I don't know. If not, then you probably go from Instagram and you start your own YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
And then
you get views like us.
Yeah, we wish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't it a crazy time though? Like,
I went to a children's museum last weekend, and it was board up. It made me happy because I said when I grow up, I want to be. Someone said scientist. One person said astronaut. Because I feel like that's not. Kids don't want to do that anymore.
Well, someone wrote to be a veterinarian.
Someone wrote princess, and someone wrote YouTuber. Like
crazy.
Like, reach for the stars, kid.
Become a YouTuber. But you know what? Dude, you think about this now. Think about what parents do when they need, like, hey, I got to do something. Here's your iPad. Here's your, check this out. And then they go on there and they watch this
stupid ass shit.
You could fucking make videos of just your hands.
Yeah, opening
shit.
Toys.
and you will become famous.
Possibly. I think you're buying high and selling low at this point.
At this point, right, right. It's got to come up with something different because it's saturated. Mm-hmm. It's all about how. I mean, that's likely why we
you're
don't
gonna have a little bit of a foreign accent.
Right.
Hello, we're going to open Poodle Pow today. Mm-hmm. Poodle Pow.
And your nails have to be manicured.
Yeah, and
it's got to be a lot of noise.
Yeah, a lot of. Oh, what's it gonna be?
Mm-hmm.
Pop the egg, Poodle Pow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck, man.
But they got it. They get the likes. They get the clicks.
It's like I've said before. Everything nowadays is based to market you to buy something. That's all it is.
Yeah, all they're doing is making a commercial for all those
for someone else to put on there. Like, are you low on hair? Mm-hmm. Come to the men's clinic for a hair transplant or what, you know.
But you have to think like, man, it's a whole nother realm, right? That whenever we were kids, you fucking watched what was on TV. Mm-hmm. We didn't have options.
No,
you didn't have options really, right? Like
now we've got options like
everywhere in
bikini
anything.
Model prior Marines,
right? And she's gonna be famous,
possibly.
She already is.
Yeah, I guess so.
All she's got to do now,
she's a pretty woman,
huh?
But she's a pretty woman,
right? I mean, they have it easy.
Speaking of pretty women, you know who Emily Ratajkowski is?
Yeah, Ratajkowski.
Yeah. Like, she's my new favorite model.
She's from Iceland, right?
Is she?
I don't know.
I thought she was from like Detroit.
Maybe, but her name looks Icelandic.
I expected her husband to be better looking than he is. It's kind of a tool.
I haven't seen it. Is he famous?
I don't think so.
Probably hockey player.
I don't know.
I don't know how to spell it.
My understanding of her ends at like pictures of her.
How did she become famous?
I have no idea. She's pretty. She's a model. Anyway, this I wasn't planning on talking about this, but I clicked on it while we're sitting here talking. It says Emily Ratajkowski does damage control after insensitive Instagram post. So Emily has been the face, or rather the hair of Kerastase for 2 days, and she's already made people mad. On Monday, she shared a skin-bearing shot from her new campaign with the hair care brand on Instagram, captioned, "Hair is a fundamental part of beauty, femininity, and identity. So excited to announce that I'm the new face of Kerastase Official." Damn.
That's painted on. Mm-hmm. Isn't that? That's not.
Yeah. Did you hear that? So this is what she posted that was insensitive. Hair is a fundamental part of beauty, femininity, and identity. So excited to announce that I'm the new face of Kerastase or whatever.
She messed up.
Why?
Because she said that it's a fundamental.
So of course someone comments, hair is not a fundamental part of beauty. There are people with cancer and other illnesses who are unfortunately undergoing treatment that causes them to lose their hair. Saying that hair is a fundamental part of beauty is extremely shallow and gives off the false idea that hair is a necessity, commented one Instagrammer. Where's the apology? Asked the another. So she quickly changed it.
Her fucking husband is bald.
Yeah.
Or boyfriend.
So excited now. She changed it. I just cannot. I cannot get people. Everyone, everywhere is offended by something. Hair is a fundamental part of beauty for that guy.
Yeah, I guess
it's on his chest.
Yeah, it's all on his chest, and she's the beauty.
Yeah. What's going on over there?
Uh-huh.
I thought of something real good about this the other day about how everyone's offended and everything like that, but it was just my own thoughts. But I mean, it seriously is like everything is this population of victims. Like you're somehow victimized by that. Like, no, you're not, man. If you think that she misspoke, think she misspoke, but you don't have to take action on it. Like everything doesn't require an action, you know.
Well, what's action?
Well, I mean, it's the the same thing like when France got shot up by those terrorists, like put the flag up on your profile picture. Right. You're not doing anything. Like telling her, like, oh, I told her off on her Instagram. Like, did you? Or did it just get passed? Or obviously not. I got on a Fox News story. But, I mean, like, do you think she's really saying, like, you cancer people are fucking disgusting? Do you think she's saying that? I mean, you really think that's her point?
I think that's it. Like, if you have something intelligent to say or something articulate to say, like, fine. But you're right. Like,
ever been
through what you're fucking talking about. However, that's not going to happen.
Have you ever been in a meeting where people just talk because they want to say something? It's got nothing that it doesn't help.
Not at my work ever. Never happens.
Doesn't add to the conversation. It doesn't help anything. It's just these people that want to talk during a meeting so that they can talk, right? Be heard.
Yeah, it's very common.
That's all that reminds me of Instagram and Facebook, and all these people are like these internet social warriors or whatever. Like, this you're shaming cancer patients and people without hair. Like, no, she's not, right? I'm not just defending her because she's
no.
Like, it'd be different if she said, "Hey, look, I'm the spokesperson for this. If you don't have hair, you're a fucking idiot." No. Yeah, it was. She didn't choose the best words, but it's not like
that's where she fucked up, right?
But it's not.
It's not really fucking up.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And so, what did she come out and say that? Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke.
No, I mean, and even then, like,
it's you know what it is. Even whenever she comes out and says that, she's doing the same thing that those fucking people are doing, because she's like, you idiots, I didn't fucking mean that, and now you're making me come out and say this, and it's all a big dog and pony show or whatever, right? It's like anything. It's like when an athlete does something stupid, right? And then they call him out, and then he has to come out and be like, "Oh, I
apologize.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that." Or fucking somebody famous, right? Like,
I would like to see some of these people stand up to all
come out
this.
and say, "Hey, fucking idiots!"
Remember that?
There's you jabberheads out there that running your mouths just to run your mouths. I didn't mean that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that should be it. Like that guy that decided he wanted to stand during the pledge, that football player or whatever. Like, yeah, I did. Fucking apologize. Yeah, these guys have the, they can kneel if they want, and I can stand. Fuck, quit, judging me. Like, what?
That's exactly it. Like, that's exactly it. So what I don't get is that so many people are concerned about groups and everybody else doing having their own agenda, right? Like, who the fuck cares?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who cares? We have that text going, right? Like, I'm trying to point out in that text, like, I give a shit if you want to be prejudiced against black people, be prejudiced against white people, be prejudiced it's you. It's on you. I fucking won't associate with you if it's something that I don't agree with, right? That's the whole point of, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, you're getting caught up in, like, pointing your finger at one thing. It just becomes this big, like, and jockeying for position, and there's nothing gonna come of that. All it is like, yeah, I get it. They're trying to subvert whatever this whole fucking bullshit is, right? Like, it doesn't matter to me. Just don't fucking make me do it, right? Like, don't make me accept your reality. Like, don't make me do that. You don't.
It's not your reality. It's don't make me accept what you like.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's
don't
really
make me accept it. Don't force me to accept it,
dude. I love like turkey and cheese. You got to eat turkey and cheese. I don't want to eat turkey and cheese.
I don't like turkey and cheese.
I love it. You need to love it.
Yeah. What do you hate? What you don't like me because you
don't like turkey?
You don't like turkey and cheese now? What do you got? Something? Yeah, exactly.
You got something against turkey and cheese? No, I just prefer ham and cheese. For fuck's sakes.
But that's my point in that conversation is, like, you're the reason that those people are being forced to bake a cake is because there's somebody that can fucking force them to do it, not because there's people crying over it. Like, if you got a cake shop and you don't want to bake a cake for gay people, you don't have to do it. But guess what? When there's somebody that has a gun and pointing at your head saying, you need to do this or you're going to jail. Well, then who's the real fucking criminal here? Who's the villain in the whole thing? It's not the gay people that are crying out that I'm not being treated fairly. Those people are just, those should be in your rearview mirror, right? Like, fuck, I didn't want to bake a cake for you because I don't agree with the way that you live, right? That's insensitive to you, but it's not, that's just the way that I think about it. I'm not harming you. There's no harm coming from me not baking your cake. But in the same token, expect your business to go to shit if you're cutting yourself out of, or you might have created yourself a niche market, right? But the minute that somebody comes in and is like, well, guess what? You do have to bake a cake for them. And why is that? Well, because you're insensitive. That's where we're at. It's not, it's...
But it's I see where he's coming from, because that is based off everyone that nowadays is if you don't agree with something, that you're somehow a bigot or insensitive.
But you're only capable of that is because there is a tool out there that's being utilized for it, right?
No, I get that.
If that tool doesn't exist, you don't have to fucking do any of that stuff.
My thing on the cake deal was like, did they call it in or did they show up?
Fuck, I don't know.
Like I could just imagine it'd be, if I was baking a cake, it'd be just like that horse story. Like, is Polly a man or a woman? Like, I don't know. How do you spell it? Polly.
Is this Derek?
Happy
and David?
Yeah, happy marriage, Polly and Patricia. You know,
even
I can just imagine
put yourself
that dude
in that position.
that bakes it for Polly and Patricia, and they just come to pick it up. Well, what do you know? A couple lesbians. Fuck, get out of my bakery. You know, like.
Well, I always say this. I talk about this story, but there was a guy that I worked for, right? That I told you about whenever I was a kid. He owned this restaurant called the Grub Steak, and I was probably 14 or 15. I don't know how old I was, but I would wash dishes downstairs in his. I wasn't of legal age to work longer than 4 hours a day, right? That was the thing. But on the weekends, fuck, I would work as long as I could. And this guy's name was Dan, right? And Dan was he was a former
you home at night.
No,
Okay.
He was a great dude, right? He was a former merchant marine ship captain, right? Dude was very opinionated, very much probably a full-time asshole, right? But he wasn't to me, right? And he wasn't to people that were in his, that he liked, right? And he was very, very successful at whatever he did and meticulous. People would come from Japan to get his hamburgers. He was just called it the Gut Buster or whatever, I can't remember. Anyways, it was a highly sought after restaurant, this place. Like, people would come from all around to eat at the Grub Steak. And it was the environment was nice. Like, he handcrafted all of the booths, right? Like, he carved them. This dude took pride in what he did. And it was, anyways, one night I'm there and I hear him over at the bar and he says, "Get the fuck out of my restaurant." He's like, "I don't allow you hippie, pot smoking, patchouli wearing," and he said patchouli, you pot smoking, patchouli wearing hippies in my restaurant, right? And these people were like, they were probably whatever, they had patchouli oil on, and he smelled it.
Yeah.
He told them to get the fuck out of his restaurant. He didn't have to serve them.
Yeah.
What'd they do? They fucking left his restaurant. Probably went and talked shit about him. All their friends didn't ever come, but he didn't have to serve them. You don't have to. Right?
Yeah, you do now.
But you do now because what? Because we've created a culture of a culture not of insensitivity, but oversensitivity, right? Like,
dude, it's a culture of victim mentality. What it is, like.
But there's a tool that will force you to do that now, right?
Yes.
And that's really it. Like, and it's only going to get worse
But my biggest deal now is if you say like if the gay cake, the gay bakery thing, like
It's gay KK. Is that what it sounded like you were going?
if we start making laws forcing people to do,
There you
or
go.
not to do, then when
That's where I was going next. When the tide turns,
pendulum swings back to
fucking straight people won't be able to eat.
yeah,
You're
exactly.
gonna be like, but that's it. No, you're right. So the minute that we make these laws, and then it'll swing back the other way.
Yeah.
It'll do it.
Who's that quote we've said?
I don't know,
before,
but
that the
I kept
best way to
wondering-
ensure
I was-
your rights is to protect the rights of your enemy or whatever.
Right. It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. And the minute that you start legislating that kind of
It's
stuff,
the Patriot
in there,
Act. I remember Patriot Act. Oh yeah, good plan. We got to stop Muslim terrorists and this and that. And
now we need to,
And then
we need
all
to
of a sudden,
scan
yeah.
veterans. Now we
Yeah,
need to really take a
exactly.
close look at them.
anyone who believes in the Constitution is a terrorist to the enemy of the state. Like whoa. When we're gonna use the Patriot Act to observe these people, like whoa. You know,
Yeah.
that
And
was
then-
only intended for people that I thought were the enemy at the time. Like
Now you can fucking drone these
Yeah.
guys in the middle of on U.S. soil.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the enemy of the state. It's just that I know that's a pretty. It's a slippery slope, right? But it is a fucking slippery slope. And then when people say that, like what is it called? What am I? Fallacy.
It's throwing
right?
the baby out with the bathwater or something.
No, it's a fallacy, right? And that's one of them, right? That you learn about, and it's slippery slope, right?
Yeah.
But it is a fucking slippery slope, and I don't understand why people
I don't see why that's a legit argument. I don't see why that's a
not a legit argument.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, you can't do that. It's slippery slope. Shut the fuck up. It actually happens. This happens all the time. It's a
Well, gay people will be marrying. Next thing you know, people will be marrying their typewriter. What?
well, we might be fucking having centaurs soon. No, I don't. And that's but we can completely the whole gay people being married thing. We can completely eliminate that. Not gay people being married, but fucking state being involved in your marriage in the first place. Doesn't matter who you marry. You're gay. I don't care if a guy marries his fucking typewriter. How does it affect me? But the fact that now that you have a tax bracket that says, oh, it's better for you. Oh, well, he has to pay less. And that's where people get all up in arms about it. Well, fucking eliminate that tool. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah. All right. I'm rambling anyways.
All right, so make sure and check out our Facebook page, like and share it. Email us at xspearheadx@yahoo.com or message us on Facebook. Check out our Twitter. Tried to be active on it, but I'm getting bored with Twitter. So
Somebody said that we all should try on IG LOL. I don't know what you all.
Instagram.
Oh, what do we try? What? Vloggers? What have you all been watching? LOL. Oh, gee. All the sensitive people. Total intolerance. I'm offended. LOL. Our listeners, they don't get offended.
I really haven't. You figure
No.
we get more bitching on the thing, but
Yeah, no.
maybe they'd take what we preach to heart, like be offended, but just move on with life.
Yeah. Fuck. If you're offended, move on.
Yeah.
That's.
Oh, we should
Posting
post
pics
pictures
of
of
our
our
butts.
butts. I want some butts. That's all that reminded me of Top Gun. I don't think I'd gain many viewers.
Fuck no.
Like, is that a middle-aged man's ass? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
We got the fucking Speedo Camp Zulu videos on the Facebook page.
I don't remember those.
Anyway, all right. So, if you're a long-time listener, thanks for sticking around. If you're new, we hope we can keep you interested. And that's all I got because I'm so sleepy all of a sudden.
Okay.
All our interactive chatters on the YouTube, appreciate you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week. Wednesday night's the new night.
Wednesday night.
9 Central-ish.
Yeah. For the next 6 weeks, we know that it'll be Wednesday night.
Yeah, it'll be Wednesday
unless
night.
there's a baby on the way.
Yeah, 9ish.
And then we'll live feed that.
Central time in America.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right. Adios, muchachos.
Accessing your mind. Programming started. Thank you for listening to the Spearhead transmission. We know you enjoyed your experience. Please come again and partake in our ridiculousness. There is so much more to explore. Remember, your mind is yours. You are not part of a collective. You will start to think independently if you seek the truth. Stop buying the lies. Water that tree of liberty, and you will break those chains of mental slavery. You are beautiful and heroic. Until next time, goodbye. We love you.
Release the deathling! What is this chair?
Fools! Skeksis fools! What do you want with me?
This is no deathling!
Of course I'm no gelfling, you putrid lizards! I'll get...
Is that